Yo guys, what is going on? It is your boy Nick from the Foot Market. Hope you guys are doing well today. I have a very good upload for everybody today. Just playing some weekend league. I'm broke, by the way, so you guys know. Nothing really that specific. Just kind of doing some trading. I bought some Douglas Costa informs because it was down like 60 or 70K. And then I'm getting some lazy buyers. I think Van Dijk's like 720 right now. I got a Douglas Costa 516 lazy buyer last night. So I'm just kind of doing a little bit of that. I've got my coins in a lot of different things right now. Not really any of the new cards, but what today's video is going to be is we're going to be talking about these new live cards, guys, because yesterday we got a bunch of new live cards, and I wanted to put them in a video so we could talk about them, talk about their relevance, how good they are, how not good they are, and just kind of an in general discussion about what is going to go on with these cards in the market, what are they. So just before we get into the video, if you don't know what these live cards are, right, if you have no idea what these cards are, they are live items, and essentially that they will upgrade with every result that their team gets. So, for example, let's say Liverpool beats, I think they're playing Bayern, right? So let's say that happens, right? Van Dijk will get upgraded by a +1, so he will go to an 88 rated. So that's how these cards work. That's the concept of them. They are live cards. So a lot of you guys have been asking me because, look, a lot of them are more than just a live card. A lot of them are actually really, really good upgrades that people want to use these cards. They're impacts for 10 days, so they're going to be impacts a lot. Last time they dropped live items, they were very cheap the first day, and then they rose. I don't know if that's going to happen the same way as this time. I think with these cards specifically, I do believe that they will probably drop a little bit this week. A lot of them are really expensive. EA kind of dropped them right as the weekend league started, so they kind of got thrown into the mix like right away. And so I'm not sure that they're going to hold the value long term. Now, let's start off with saying something right now. I'm using a lot of these cards. A lot of you guys are not sure when to buy some of these cards. What I would do in your best interest is compare them to the other cards, right? Like, if you don't know, you want to know what Douglas Costa's price is, right? Well, go look at Cuadrado's price. Cuadrado is about 360, 370, right? So what do you feel like Douglas Costa should be valued at fairly? Probably 425 to 450. And that means for now, he's on the lower edge. I know he's 440 right now, which is a little bit, for me, I think it's low. So that's how I would kind of try to value these cards. Now, keep in mind, to everybody watching the video today, guys, these cards will not upgrade for like 2 months. There is a big break in Champions League and Europa League right now. So there's nobody's playing games. None of these cards are getting upgraded for a while. They've added a lot of meta cards. Obviously, you guys can see here. Like, I know a lot of you guys want Kondogbia. I'll be honest with you guys. I would stay away from this right now. This is a guy that people are doing reviews on. People are hyping up. Look, he's a great card. I get it. 2-star weak foot, 4-star skills. It's lacking a little bit of statistics to be 6. For me, he's almost double the price of Pogba's gold card right now, or Conte. I don't understand that. So I would relax a little bit with this card. A card like this, for me, is one of those cards that early on has a lot of hype when the promo drops. But over time, it will see a downfall in price. I don't think that this is going to stay high over time. For me, I feel like that's not going to happen. So I think for you guys, I would stay away from this for now. Wouldn't touch this one, Kondogbia specifically. I think you're going to be looking a lot lower. He was a guy that had to have 2 price range updates yesterday, so I think a lot of people were using him. But you know what? Something that's very interesting for me is the supply on these cards is pretty crazy. I mean, I was talking about this yesterday in my live stream, and I was also talking about it on Twitter. Aurier's supply is crazy. And right now he's 140,000, which I don't understand. I think that's crazy low. But I don't even want to buy him at this price because he has so many cards on the market. So for me, I'm scared to even look into buying this card because he's got so many cards on the market. So this kind of card for me, guys, is not something that I'm recommending to any of you guys watching this video. I would stay away from this. There's going to be a point, I believe, when these cards fly. And in terms of the people that are watching the video that don't really know, everything about the market, Saturdays really have been the lower parts of the market recently. Sundays, the market has usually been going up. So I would expect these cards to lull today. I'm recording this video right now before 1 o'clock. So that's the 6 p.m. UK release time. So EA might drop an SBC for these cards. I doubt it, but that's why some of these cards are going lower right now. This always happens when EA drops on Friday a new promo team. A lot of the time what happens is that people will panic sell before 6 p.m. on Saturday or 1 p.m. because they feel like these cards are going to come into packs. Now, I'm just expecting a normal day of FUTMAS. I'm not expecting anything crazy. Obviously, if I get on and at 1 there is an SBC with these cards, we're going to have a discussion about these cards because that's going to be bad. But that's what's the situation with these cards right now. I think long-term, the ones Van Dijk is going to have a lot of hype. Like, as we get closer to February, when the Champions League starts back up, I think Van Dijk is going to have a lot of hype. Even though they have a tough matchup, I do think he's going to have a lot of hype. I think James and Douglas Costa will have a lot of hype. And then I think Cavani, Ben Yedder, Kondogbia, and Aurier are going to have a lot of hype. I think those guys coming into the mix are going to be hyped up a lot. So that's going to be something interesting. And I think you're going to have a huge fluctuation like this Pulisic versus Aurier, right? That's the matchup. That's Spurs-Dortmund. There's going to be a lot of hype for that game, and it's going to be like when Spurs were not expected to necessarily get out of the group, and David Cissé just flew. Something like that will happen between Dortmund and Tottenham. That will probably happen within their matchup. It just would only make sense that it goes down that way. So that's something I would look into as well. This guy, like, there's a lot of guys like Mathieu, and I think Pizzi has a card, and Rebic has a good card. There's a lot of cards like these that are actually, they have really good cards. I'm just right now kind of staying away from them. In terms of prices, do I think these cards are overpriced right now? A little, not a ton. I think they're a little overpriced. In terms of the best time to buy these cards, when do I buy these cards and be safe with it? Team of the Year is in like 3 to 4 weeks. I wouldn't panic yet, but I do think these cards heading into Team of the Year aren't favorable. So I would probably buy them and use them for a week or so, but after that, I would probably get out. I think that there's going to be a big investment point of a lot of these cards that I'm going to be playing into, I'm going to be investing into at a certain point. Because what's going to happen is they're going to go to probably a really, really low point before Team of the Year, and that's going to be a great opportunity for a lot of you guys to capitalize on it, get involved with great deals and things like that. And then right as we get out of Team of the Year, we're like, oh, Champions League is on in 2 weeks. So that's something that I would keep in mind. Another thing that I would do, guys, is look, you have to be realistic with yourself. You know, Suarez, all these guys have cards. They have previous cards. So I did something yesterday where, like, Douglas Costa, man, has informs that I trade with his inform a lot, right? And his blue is, like, very low right now. His blue, this is the lowest his blue has ever been. His inform, guys, is really, really low. I sold his inform at Rewards last week at the price of $295, and right now it's $220. So I would really look into some of these guys that have these UCL cards that have informs. Cavani's another one of them. These, to me, seem like very safe moves for you guys to make. In my opinion, they're out of packs. You know, it's very safe. Like, they're out of packs. They were 50K higher during Rewards last week, and the market is high right now. And the thing that I would look at is, okay, why are people panic selling those? I don't know, because the new ones are very expensive. So there's not really much sense in that. The new ones are so expensive, it doesn't really make sense why the other informs are down. So I would look into that, guys. I think there's a certain significance and some coin-making potential for you guys there. For sure. I think you guys can all make coins there. I think there's some in here that, for me, long-term have significance. I think James is one of them. I think James, if Bayern ends up going a few rounds and he gets up to a 92, 93, it's going to be very desirable. I would stand off right now. I would say that if there is an SBC coming out today that's like a repeatable one-day SBC, I doubt it. But I would definitely look into buying some of these cards. They might drop really low, really early. That's something that may happen. I'm not positive. I can't guarantee anything, obviously, guys. But to say these cards are overpriced, I disagree with, because a lot of these cards now are like regarded as informs. So these are the highest rated informs with a nice card design, a good image, something like that. So I think regardless, yes, Suarez should not be worth 1.8 million. Like, I understand that, guys. That's very expensive. However, it is these cards have a lot of hype, and I think what you guys can do to really, really figure out, okay, what should this card sell at, or what should this card be at? I think what you guys should do is compare them to the other live cards and say, okay, this guy is worth this much, and he's got this statistic. So, like, I look at Suarez, not the same as Aguero, but similar. And I feel like Suarez, for me, is about 300K overpriced. And I use Aguero's price point of being 1.5 million to kind of figure out what Suarez should be. And that's a great way over time. I made a video early on at the beginning of FIFA about how to do this. Comparing players with other players is going to be one of the best ways for you guys to make coins and figure out a genuine selling price. When you guys can figure out what one player compared to another player is, it's going to, in the long run, make you guys tons of coins, for the reason that it's just a guaranteed way for you guys to understand what a card should be at and what a card shouldn't be at. So I would make sure you guys do that. And then positionally, if you guys are trying to figure out the best time to buy some of these cards, use the idea of positional significance, right? Like go into this team and say, okay, you know, Kondogbia is 650, 700 right now. Is that a fair price? Is it, right? Like do you look at that and do you feel like that is a fair price? I can't tell you that. But what you should do is you should go onto the market and say, hey, you know, what is Kante's price? You know, and Kante's like 400K, right? 390. So Kondogbia is a little bit more attacking than him. Then what is Pogba's price? You know, that's kind of the concept of how you would be able to know when these cards are cheapest. Now, obviously, guys, saying all that, today, if these cards did get it, if there is an SBC that comes out today, there is going to be a big depletion in the value of these cards. A lot of these cards are going to be going down in price, so that's something you guys are going to want to stick around for and see if that happens today. I don't think that's coming. I think if E were to drop an SBC, like, it just doesn't make sense, right? They drop these cards. They want you guys to open packs. They don't want you guys to do SBCs. I think today what could be likely to happen, or in the next few days, is that we do get a Team of the Week SBC. That could happen. I could see that happening. Because you've got Messi, Griezmann, Jesus, Fabinho. You've got a lot of players in here that are Team of the Week SBC worthy, I'll put in quotes. They're worthy of potentially the consumer base of FIFA and the player base going and doing a potential Team of the Week SBC. So I could see that happening today, but I can't really see the UCL Live SBC. I could see a UCL SBC. I could see a supply of the Blues. That could happen today. I think today is probably a normal day of FUTMAS. You guys will know after you watch this video, obviously, but I more wanted to tell you guys what's going on with these newer cards, coin making potential, all that stuff. And yeah, so that's going to be the video today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I hope you guys are enjoying the content on the channel. If you guys need uploads, if you need things specifically, just get in the comments down below. Say, Nick, I would love to see a video like this. Can you drop a video like this? And I'll be like, sure, I'll do it. So just get in the comments, guys, for me. Let me know what kind of content you guys want to see on the channel. I can always provide that, but I have to hear from you. You guys have to tell me what you guys want. That's the most helpful way for me to know what you guys want to see on this channel. I appreciate all you guys supporting and watching the videos recently, and I will see you guys in an upload very, very soon. Peace out, boys.